Hello everyone and welcome back. Greetings to Anno 1800 Megacity edition, to a very exciting episode. At least I think so. The weather might not be the greatest, but our Skyline Tower might be the greatest ever. Coming up there in, well, a little more than 4 minutes. If everything is going to plan, it's never going to plan. It's never according to plan. There will be still some incidents here happening, I think. And, oh, is it already happening? No, not really. While we wait for the Skyline Tower, we actually have still lots and lots of work to do. The first thing was up here by the zoo, where we have our artisans here and where we have the engineers. And those engineers finally have some electricity. And that means that I can now finally also upgrade lots of engineers. We have 17,000 engineers available right now. And we definitely will need to improve the investor city cap that we have, because investors mean influence and influence means power. Let's go ahead and upgrade more of these guys here. Probably not all of them, of course, right? It's just a tiny bit here by the museum, definitely by the hotel. And then we still have those artisans here so that we have kind of like a transition. Here, I would probably like to have the artisans though, because I think they blend the best with nature together here than the engineers. So engineers really only are for the city itself, right? I don't think they are better a bit further outside or something like that. So we rather keep it like that. Here we can still go ahead and upgrade those artisans then. And then I've got those engineers once again to investors. 113 influence. Perfect. And there's still more that we can do. These guys here, these guys. That's the one. Let's upgrade those two engineers there at least, and those here perhaps. We definitely will need some paved roads though. We could also get rid of, oh actually we can't because we had workers there, so I'd rather not get rid of the marketplace. Though what we can do is, well, we can upgrade it of course to something proper looking city marketplaces. I do like these models, the new ones, like that one. Perfect looking. For upgrading more artisans, we could go into this area here where we still have those artisans in the already existing engineer district. So that's basically this whole area, and we still have 5,000 available. Of course, we should always kind of like have it look a bit the same here in the industrial zone, as I like to call it, because we still have some industry there. Of course, we have the amusement park up here. Speaking about the amusement park, it's a problem with the workforce that I have right now. Of course, we can go ahead and upgrade the workers here. Some of them perhaps. These guys, and perhaps this block there that is the closest to the amusement park. We are using a lot of workers right now in the Skyline Tower monument. So once that is finished, it will be a bit better. Let's upgrade those farmers there. And then those perhaps, so that to the amusement park we do have some sexy artisans. And let's also just see that we can upgrade them, even though it should be probably a bit brighter and fun looking towards the amusement park. In this area that we've created in the last episode, we have also now these farmers here that we can finally upgrade. Boy, we are really ticking it there with the farmers. It's really at the edge of that. Look at that, it's fluctuating. Pretty insane to think about. 43, 44 farmers at a total population of almost 200,000 that we're fluctuating around there with the workforce on this small level there. You might think that we had more, but of course we don't, because most of my people should be juicy paying investors, and that's exactly what we need. We are very close to 200,000. Yes, we do need to upgrade more people, because I would like to reach that level there. So artisans we still have. Workers are rather not upgrade anymore for now, because we will need some for the Skyline Tower. There we have a couple more upgrades. And by the way, this whole area, that's the new investors that we have. We should definitely also give them a proper lookout. So let's go ahead and have all of them in the rather colorful looking theme that I like a lot. Even though I gotta say, I do like my Boston style a bit more, as I'm a huge American fan. There you go. This is looking fine though. And here in this industrial zone, we could still go ahead and upgrade those guys there, to be honest. And I think that's a good way of doing these things. There you go. And these guys here. And then of course we also will need once more our upgrades. There you go, as the city is growing. Of course, looking from up here, you always just see a huge block of houses, but if you zoom in, then all the details of Anno 1800 are being revealed to us, and I just love that. The general city life as people are going about their businesses. And when scrolling around, we can also see that there's still some ornaments that would need to be filled, or some empty space in here. And of course, Bente declares war on us. I don't believe that, Bente. You're not even half my strength, I think. Yes, look at that. And we can of course go with ceasefire. We are doing this for now. But even though she has been destroyed, I mean, she's defeated. There's no way around that, right? She doesn't have any other islands available anymore. She's still trying her best to do mega stuff there. Oh, and there is something happening at the Skyline Tower. It's on fire, as it seems. Shattered porcelain. What is going on here? Theodore's predictions have come to fruition once more. The Skyline Tower has reached a height too great for its structure. Donald faltered at the groans of his wavering monument, and in the absence of Miss Jenny has turned to you for a solution. Seriously, are these guys not testing stuff before we build it? I mean, we can't just build a Skyline Tower without any planning. How did this all go so wrong, so terribly, terribly wrong? Can't you do something? Throw the bank at it? I don't care, just make it stop. Somehow, this can't be how it ends. There's a way Miss Jenny is working on something. Let's try this one. I'd rather trust Miss Jenny than this float.
Oh, wait. She's not in the tower, is she?
No, obviously she's not. Otherwise, she would probably be in great danger. Select the Skyline Tower to find Miss Jenny. She's not here.
What the hell is this? Is this your idea of a joke?
It's never been Miss Jenny. It's Theodora, Johnny. And honestly, I should have quit after the first note I sent. But somehow, I thought, he can't be that dense. Well, here we are. This crumbling mess, it's on you. You had ample opportunity to change. The tarot card, the posters, the letters. You laughed it all off. I thought you'd be deterred by setbacks. All I ever wanted was for you to be more responsible. But whatever disguise I took on, I was always beneath you.
They're probably not the best friends from what I can hear here.
I'm done playing charades. I'm not Miss Jenny, not your secretary, not your engineer. Very different jobs, by the way. Let me show you who I am.
Okay, let's reveal her true identity, and I still need to find her first. I think there she is.
You can't be.
And who is she? Who is Theodora? And it's Farmer Theodora.
I applied for this job hoping to improve working conditions, safety, and found someone in your partner, Donnie, who actually cares.
Miss Theodora, I can't fix this. You're right. You've been right. This tower is a crumbling mess. Get us out of it, please. Help me.
Alright, so we do have now a solution here, the Skyline Tower Deus Ex Machina. Theodora, having revealed herself as a humble worker cum engineer, defying the social ladder, and also the vigilante who's been trying to stop Donald's irresponsible construction practices during the Skyline Tower project, has come through for you once more, and she's been preparing a last-minute solution. To stabilize the wobbling tower once and for all. To implement it, she's going to require 50 tons of lacquer and 50 tons of steel. Now, I'm pretty sure we have the steel, but do we have the lacquer? I mean, we're getting lacquer over here, but we're also consuming a lot of it in our productions. And no, we are actually out of lacquer for now. Let's just see where we have this production running that is consuming the lacquer for us. Must be somewhere here, though. Not the biscuits. Ah, it's the typewriters. We got 1,600 in store right now, so I might just turn it off, as we do have quite a nice buffer for it, and we should no longer be consuming really any of that. Perfect, we have actually now a surplus of 4, and I just now need to wait for the 50 tons to ramp up. Now, while we wait for the lacquer to push up, there's also this question, Deep Blue, the last Leviathan. We have this active for quite some time now. We've had this active. News of the Deep Blue's resurfacing has drawn the ghastly eye of hunters and trophy seekers alike, each eager to claim the head of the largest shark in the history. She must be protected at all costs and escorted back to the edge of the abyss, the last wonder of the world, sinking slowly back out of memory and time after a last chase. We do get the Deep Blue blueprints out of this one here, and that should be over here somewhere in our statue, right? So it's completely hidden there. We can't see it only because the quest is showing it here. I know that it's there, and we can see it kind of like there. So there's the ship arriving, my Great Eastern. Let's turn in this final quest from Captain Tobias. This basically concludes the Docklands DLC. And she's right side, ain't she? Last real wonder of the world. Farewell, old girl. I think at last we understand each other. And there we have the blueprint equipped in the Harbor Master's office. We do have quite a few of them, I think, at Docklands. And we can equip it here and thus also use it then in our shipyards, which is one of the last big ships, the world-class Reaver. I think it looks pretty similar to the Great Eastern. How's it coming along with my lacquer in the meantime? We should be having something. 23 tons, perfect, halfway through. Meanwhile, I'm working a bit on my harbor area still, so we do have lots of a beach area here that doesn't really fit to a proper harbor area, so I'm going to, well, add a lot of concrete to that, and not only that, but of course also some ornaments here, so those investors definitely should still have some proper surrounding. We could have that on both sides there. Let's also add some cherry trees here on that side. People can enjoy their day on these or walking alongside these, and this one goes to my warehouse down here, right? Some ornaments on that side, and then here we still have lots of concrete that we can add so that the Docklands also does look a bit proper. Unfortunately, there's still this color problem that I have that we might also fix pretty soon, I think. Let's just get this one over there, and then we still have some more here, and this fire station actually does need a road through it. Boy, this zone has been quite neglected for a while now. And here we could then add some normal temperate groves, but I would like to use my nature temperate groves. This one that is not affecting the pavement or on the ground levels and stuff like that. So just some trees overall. And this one goes then over here, and there once again we also have the ability to add some trees next to the houses, of course. There you go. Actually, we can still beautify this area a bit more than with a fountain in the center as well. And that should be the best of both worlds here. Perfect. There you go. This area here with the tracks, and where basically we got lots of industry around as well. We might also still need to change a few things here. The first one is that we can use, or we should use, the industrial ornaments that we have available to us here to also squeeze in some items, right? So a shed that is working here, then the water tower perhaps, and then also some more, or actually just a concrete floor that we can have right in front of it, leading to the water tower, something like that. It's just very plausible to have these things here, right? It's a harbor area as well after all, and we can just have lots of these ornaments then here, and then some steel bars that are right next to my tracks. Another water tower, which makes sense near the fire station. Another shed that we can definitely have here, together with some barrels. And then also some crates here. Much better than before, because we are actually using the space now that's available for us. And here we can then also add some more, a bit more concrete. After all, it's an industrial zone, and industrial zones should definitely be full of concrete and dirt, like the train also pushing through here. Just perfect. And lots of people are passing the tracks here. This area is still empty here by the cliffs where we have the engineers and investors looking down. I would like to have a small park in this area. I think this makes just the most sense to have a park here that is also well blending then into with my cliffs. So for that, let's go ahead with some city fountains that we could have on both sides of this future park. By the way, I think we do have still some ornaments there. Yes, once again, this was the mistake that I've done before. That I did before here with the nature ornaments before we actually finalized anything on that. Let's have the fountains on either side. I would definitely like to use a fence. We do actually have a better fence. Adding also some stalls to it that we can use for fruits and vendors and stuff like that. So 2 on that side, and then perhaps also on that side some cheesemongers here where you can get some special cheese and then also some fishes. Perfect. We do also should definitely add some lighting to the whole area and perhaps a clock or something. So wherever we would have the entrance, let's have the clocks over there, and then perhaps also some city lights here, here, and then also on these sides. And then probably also 2 there in the center. Since they also provide benches, it's totally fine using that. And then I definitely do need some proper street area there too. There you go. That's the entrance, right? And this one then goes all the way to these fountains there. Though we might still make this one a bit greener. And then we have our cherry trees on either side. Nah, that's not looking good. These look much better as they go over there. And then here I still have to think about something. Let's just push this one over here, and then there's the entrance for it. We might actually make this one a double one. Yeah, that's looking okay. Then we definitely though should have a double one here too, if I want to keep it symmetrical. Right, and here, but it's actually fitting. And here we still have this area where we might still add, if I find it once more, our lookout post. There you go, a nice lookout over the city then that we can have, right? So here people will have a beautiful view down there. We should still add some 2 more here, and then I could probably close this area off with some proper flower beds on either side, going here and here. And then at the end we're just going to add some more trees here in a natural way, as this is a bit of a greener area now. And boom, we do have a new lookout post, a nice little plaza there, or park you might say, with the fountains, and also here with the stalls there. Oh, we are running out of something there, definitely, because the population is not going down, but my balance, that means that one of my happiness goods is out. And we'll have to fix this one. I really do like this area though. It's cute looking, and it definitely should also provide some nice views during night, because we got those city lights shining as well at this plaza here, where people can also drink way late into the night. So for the goods, the jewelry is running out, so we are out of jewelry by now. We do have the production up here, and gold ore is actually the one that is out. I think pearls we still have plenty of though. Pearls should not be the problem. It's really all about the gold ore. Last time I checked, we were having a nice trade route into it, but I don't think that we have a docklands trade into it. So I might need to readjust some of my farms here, or what we could also have, of course, is a better gold production that I will have to tackle soon. Now, what we definitely have to now is the lacquer. So this should all be in now. That we can check now. So there we should have Theodora. There you go. There you have my resources. And the workers continue with the construction. And it was that easy to fix the next step. And since gold ore is really cheap, but it's hard to produce, it actually makes a lot of sense to use it in the docklands. We still have lots of sewing machines available in Tristão, where we are right now. So let's just add 100 tons there for 900 tons of gold ore that we can also add. And don't forget that we have a trade route from Tristão with gold. There it is, right? It's actually a double trade route here with 2 stops. So I'm going to head, and I'm also going to make a new extra trade route from Tristão now to Crown Falls. And this is only gold, because there's going to be a lot of gold coming in now. I'm using it in Tristão. Why? Because basically in Crown Falls we are full, and I can't add any more trade contracts to the Crown Falls docklands. So we can do it this way here, and I can also add some more of my just freshly built cargo ships. So those 2 there, most likely Marigold and King Cole. It is up to debate if I have to wait for goods, or if we actually only need 1, right? 1 that is full though. Let's add just 1 for now. I don't want to increase traffic more than I have to. And this should be it. And it should not wait for anything. Andromeda was still lost, but I think we are fine with 1 clipper. Actually, there it is. I wanted to use a cargo ship here instead of the clipper. Right, so now we can do this. And I'm going to stop this one. And instead, I'm going to say...
Ceasefire has ended.
Take... Actually, there's something wrong here. The cinnamon was not listed. Alright, no idea why. In Auspicious Isle, we don't have the cinnamon. Now, that must have been a mistake on my part, because we are not producing cinnamon, nor do we need it in Auspicious Isle. So I have no idea why the cinnamon is coming in. Is it perhaps coming in from one of my items? No, not really. We're getting tobacco out of this one. And here, we're getting cocoa out of this one. So not extra cinnamon. This trade route doesn't make that much sense to me. The caoutchouc is fine, because we have in Auspicious Isle the caoutchouc trade to the Stau, but the cinnamon actually doesn't have a place there really. Okay, Black Rose can stay on this trade route, and we're just going to keep the caoutchouc then in this area. Or was it tobacco? No idea what this trade route serves anymore. I don't think it serves anything, because caoutchouc is also gone. We no longer need caoutchouc. Let's get rid of this one here. Yeah. I don't know, perhaps we disrupted something here, but I can't see it, because there is no place for cinnamon on Auspicious Isle at all.
Of course, come join us.
Should be fine. Of course, for the balance here, this still takes a bit of time until we have enough gold coming in now from the latest production chains then, from the latest trade route going into Crown Falls. And it is finally time, ladies and gentlemen, to finish our Skyline Towers. At least we have everything now ready. And we can press the button. And there you go.
At last, my tower stands. The true gold standard. Let the fools try and surpass it. It'll be real fun watching them fail.
And there it is, standing tall. The Empire State Building of Crown Falls. In all its glory, the most difficult monument, the most expensive monument, has finally been completed. He's really, really happy with all his coke-ridden nose. And what we can also see is that there's actually people living in the Skylands Tower, right? Up to 4,000 investors have space here. And also what we can see is my balance is really deep red, because it's costing us money right now. 12,000 still, though it is increasing now at a stable rate. That is pretty important. We also get 50 influence out of that and some attractiveness. We don't have any jewelry really, so this is still negative. Everything else though is positive, as we can still see is going up here. So this one is increasing now. It also has all the department stores available to it. So basically it's fully staffed. It just needs to grow there a bit. And as we can see, the balance is still stably going up. Holy cow, there's lots of people here now that want to get in there right away and probably get up to the high top there, where you have a beautiful view of everything. Let's take a photo of our Skyline Tower in all its glory. This was the next quest there. Skyline forever changed. Donald Bader, face of Galleria by the Red, brings a momentous monument to Crown Falls, and with his partner Theodora Thistlethorpe.
But that's nothing to what Theodora and the workers accomplished. So, well done. I might disappear for a drink.
Also, one more thing that we need to discuss. I've taken the time to gauge the situation. I've talked to workers and passing citizens, and there's a lot of contention surrounding the Skyline Tower. Due to its immense height, the workers have felt that throughout the construction their safety has been at risk. A lot of citizens too are unhappy with the shadow the tower casts across the city, and we need to limit it to 1 because of its height. And we agree to the limit. Good, but there is more. Skyscrapers are a true wonder. Oh, and we get Dario here. We don't even need to purchase him. He's coming to us now. or his clones. There is no doubt. They're a symbol of modernity and advancement, but they're also an ode to money and power. And we demand the tower to be dedicated to a single cause. So what should it be? Do we dedicate it to environmental awareness? I mean, this is the 19th century. It doesn't make that much sense to have it here. Plus, we don't need the attractiveness. Dedicate the monument to an anti-consumerism campaign. It leads to minus 10% consumption of carriages, jewelry, and pocket watches for the Skyline Tower. And dedicate it to a fair and optimistic future. Once again, this is just reduced need for 10%. But where's the difference between the two of them now? Okay, I don't know, as long as if I'm not completely blind, this one here doesn't make sense because we got this one. This one is 500 attractiveness plus all the bonuses you get out of the anti-consumerism campaign. So it's exactly the same, but just 500 more attractiveness. I take that, of course. Perhaps we are able to take this because we finished all the side missions that were possible during the construction. And with that, we also add a new prestige level for our palace. Perfect. Since we're still going up there, we are above 10,000 attractiveness now, and we've also surpassed 200,000 people living here. And we also are positive once more as the gold is flooding in. Perfect.
Miss Theodore, you're not fired, you know? I could keep you as my advisor. Increased salary, vacation, it'll be my honor.
But she doesn't want to stay. Last but not least, let's also have a quick look into the Skyline Tower, because that's totally right, you can actually go right into that. So for that, we're starting out here on the streets of Crown Falls in the town center. And as we can see, lots of people are marching through. Let's just follow them along, because there must be something up there if all of them want to get up there. Can I get through here, please? Thank you very much. Of course, we got quite a few performance problems by now with that size of a city. Let's get in here, and then the only thing we need to do is, well, actually, yep, moving up with the elevator to the top. And from up here, we can just enjoy that beautiful view up here on Sky Tower. Actually, it's not the highest point, it's just a balcony where we are, but we still have, of course, a beautiful view over our most important landmarks. And we can even see the palace in the background. Hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned.